You ever wish you could be in two places at once? Have a digital version of yourself that can make videos, give presentations, or even speak languages you've never learned? Well, that's not science fiction anymore. It's here, it's on our screens, and honestly, it's forcing us to ask some really big questions about who we are, what we leave behind, and what it even means to be human. So listen to this. Hey, I'm Simon, and this isn't even me. That's a real quote from a YouTube tutorial by a guy named Simon Crow. And he's not kidding. He's showing off a technology that lets you create a photorealistic, AI-powered clone of yourself. A digital twin that looks like you, sounds like you, but is completely generated by an algorithm. Wild, right? So, how in the world does this work? Well, for our first section, let's just break down how shockingly easy it's become to create your own digital doppelganger. What used to take a whole Hollywood special effects team and a massive budget, you can now basically do from your laptop in minutes. Okay, so at its core, what we're talking about here is basically a digital puppet. You feed the AI your likeness and your voice, and then it can animate that puppet to say, well, anything. It could be a clone of you, a stock model, or even a totally new character. The key is, once it's made, you just type and it can deliver that message over and over again forever. The actual process, using a platform like HeyGen, is ridiculously simple. First, you just upload a short video of yourself talking. The AI takes that and analyzes everything, your facial expressions, your mannerisms, your voice. Step 2, and this is important, you have to record a consent statement. It's to prove it's really you and that you're okay with this digital you being created. And then, step 3, you just type. That's it. Your AI clone takes your text and spits out a brand new video of you saying those exact words. All right, let's switch gears from the how to the why. Because this isn't just a cool gimmick, it's becoming a serious business tool. Companies are already using this stuff for efficiency and scale in some pretty clever ways. Your next corporate training video might not be what you think it is. How about this for a number? 80%. That's the mind-blowing cost reduction a huge global company called Verth saw in their video translation. Think about it. Instead of reshooting dozens of training videos for every single language, they just used HeyGen. Their original presenter was suddenly fluent in languages all over the world, complete with perfect lip syncing. And this really gets to the heart of the business case. Like Andreas Henschel from Worth says, it makes communication more personal. An employee in Spain isn't just reading subtitles on a video anymore. No, they're watching a manager from HQ speak directly to them, in Spanish. That builds a connection that subtitles just can't. And what's making this take off is just how versatile it is. I mean, it's being used for everything. You've got scalable e-learning modules, personalized sales videos where an avatar greets a client by name. Marketers are cranking out dozens of ad variations in minutes, and social media creators are basically putting their content production on autopilot. And look, we're not talking about some super exclusive software that costs a fortune. If you look at HeyGen's pricing, you can see it's built for everybody. There's a free plan just to mess around with it. Then you've got a creator plan for about $30 a month that gives you unlimited videos. And then, of course, team plans for businesses. This accessibility is what's really pouring fuel on the fire. Now, to give you a little context, HeyGen's main competitor is a platform called Synthesia. They both do AI video, but they're aiming at different people. Synthesia is really geared towards big companies for corporate training, and they usually have tighter limits on how many videos you can make. HeyGen, with its unlimited plans, it's going right after the creator economy. Influencers, marketers, people who need to create a lot of content fast. But, and this is a big but, with all this incredible power comes some really profound and frankly pretty unsettling questions. What happens when this tech isn't just used to clone the living, but to bring back the dead? This leads us to a concept that researchers have started calling digital necromancy. So what is digital necromancy? Well, academics are defining it as using AI to create interactive versions of people who have passed away. And we're not just talking about watching an old home movie. We're talking about creating a death bot, something you can talk to that talks back, all built from the digital breadcrumbs a person left behind. Now, to be fair, the idea of bringing back the dead for entertainment, it's not totally new. We all saw the Tupac hologram at Coachella, or how they used CGI to put Peter Cushing in a Star Wars movie decades after he died. But those were just performances. Today's AI makes it possible to create a conversational, seemingly thinking version of someone, and that is a whole different ballgame. It's a massive ethical leap. And this opens up a total minefield of ethical problems. I mean, who gives consent? Can your family just decide to create a digital you after you're gone?
What's to stop someone from cloning a famous person to spread fake news? And maybe the most personal question of all, what does this do to the way we grieve?
This quote from the research really gets to the point. The scholars warn that if you're constantly talking to a digital replica of someone you lost, it might actually stop you from going through the natural stages of grief. It could trap you, making it almost impossible to accept the loss and move on with your life. So, the tech is here, the ethical questions are huge, but what do people actually think about all this? Let's take a look at what some survey data tells us about where we as a society draw the line with these digital ghosts. When people were asked how these AI avatars might impact grieving, the results are pretty telling. Almost half, 48%, said they think the impact would be negative. And look at this, a massive 41% said they just don't know. That shows you how uncertain we all are. Only a tiny slice, just 11%, saw it as a positive thing. But check this out. This next number is, wow. Researchers asked if people would want an AI avatar that could simulate physical touch, like a hug from a loved one who's passed away. An overwhelming 81.5% said no, absolutely not. So what does all this tell us? It seems like people are drawing a line in the sand. We're fascinated by this technology, for sure, but we are also really, really cautious. There's this clear desire for a boundary, a hard stop between what's authentically human and what's just an artificial copy. And that leaves us with this one final, massive question. The tools to create a digital version of you, a digital ghost that can literally live forever, they're already here. It can speak for you, it can represent you, it can carry your legacy on for generations. The only question is, who gets to write the script?